And President Obama has laid out the new fuel emission standards for car dealers and also for car makers in the United States. And so what does that mean to you? Here to sort it all out is Erick Wicklund of Town & Country Toyota. And good morning and welcome back. Hello there, Erick. How are you?
Good morning.
What does this mean? New fuel emission standards. What does this mean for the average consumer?
Well, if you hear on the news CAFE standards, that's Corporate Automobile Fuel Economy. And that's an acronym, and there's a lot of acronyms in the car business.
Yeah.
And basically what that means is by the year 2016, the average vehicle right now gets 25 miles per gallon. But in 2016, they're going to get 35 miles per gallon.
Wow.
The average vehicle.
Wow.
Whether it's a truck, a van.
Do you buy all this stuff about Obama saying that the government, he doesn't want the government getting involved in what kind of cars they're going to make and the decisions that the GM's going to make with them taking over control of General Motors?
Well, there's a lot going into that question, but historically, if you go back to the government, not just President Obama, the government's still involved with Amtrak after 30 years of giving them a loan. Amtrak's still losing money, basically, year after year.
Wow.
So the government doesn't have a track record of building revenue. They have a good job of taxing revenue, but not actually building revenue. And that's not a slam on it, but it is historically.
Yeah. What happens? Okay. How about all these Chrysler dealerships that are going a lot? We saw a lot of folks on Capitol Hill yesterday saying, "Look, you know, if you close my dealership, this is going to be a big problem for people in my community." So, the government's still going to go ahead and close all these dealerships?
Yes. In fact, that with General Motors, they probably have another 800 dealers that they'll be closing.
Really?
As well. Yeah. And so the total could be closer to 3,500 dealerships closing, which if you take just those people, 250,000 people, and then you add the suppliers, the vendors, it could be 500,000 people either lost their job or had a significant income loss.
Wow.
And I think whether it was a soft bankruptcy or a government-led bank, it's not a good thing long-term for the economy to have basically 500,000 people
how
in
about
3 months, too. You got to remember that all these people are losing their jobs at the same time.
Right. How about this Chrysler? Is it a good time to buy a Chrysler with Chrysler cars or Chrysler dealerships closing all over the place? Can you still find parts?
Yes. They'll still make Chrysler parts, OEM, original equipment manufacturer.
Yeah.
You still can get aftermarket parts for General Motors and Chrysler. And the dealer body will still be good enough to service your car. You still can get your warranty work. They have some rules and regulations they have to work out through the bankruptcy, but that doesn't involve the consumer.
Okay. All right, time for Forecast on the Force. You can catch Erick Wicklund every Saturday morning on Everything Auto, the radio show.
That's right. If you have questions, please send them into everythingauto@hotmail.com.
Everythingauto@hotmail.com.